Good afternoon, Jaguars, and welcome to another live episode of MVTV. I'm Riley McElroy.
And I'm Morgan Coca. To kick off this episode, we head to reporter Sarah Petropoulos, who gives us the story on this year's Silver Studs.
At last Friday's basketball game, the Silver Studs performed with the Silver Stars at halftime. Let's take a look into their performance.
Yeah, I was just picked to be a Silver Stud. Practices are extremely tough, very intense practices. Dancing solid 3 hours straight. A lot of interpretive dance. I almost want to say tribal. Definitely roots back to something, but you can feel the emotion. We have an amazing routine, and I'm confident that we will impress everyone. I'm just excited to show Mill Valley what the Silver Studs can do.
In the past, the seniors have picked for you, but this year they gave us a list, and then you got to pick off of that list. Normally it's a hip-hop kind of routine, and it's popular songs that everyone listens to, and the captains choreograph it and the seniors do. We normally have 3 or 4 practices, but this year I think we're only having 2 because one of them is longer. And then they perform at a basketball game and our spring show. It's funny to see the guys, kind of making a fool of themselves. I think the best part about Silver Studs for most Silver Stars is that practice isn't as hard that day because you kind of just get to sit and watch them make jokes and be silly, and you kind of get to chill for the day.
This has been Sarah Petropoulos reporting for MVTV.
Thanks, Sarah. I look forward to the Silver Studs performance every year.
I also look forward to the publishing of the literary magazine. Let's learn more about the LitMag from reporter Annika Lehan.
Beginning in the fall and publishing in April, the LitMag provides students an avenue for sharing their creative work.
When I first started teaching here in 2013, Mr. Bogart came to me and said, "Hey, I think it'd be really great if we could start this club again. Would you like to sponsor the club?" I think it's important to give everybody a voice, and especially a creative voice. You don't often have that opportunity in school, so I like that the magazine does that for them.
I like reading all the art and seeing what people can do that maybe isn't typically shown off. And most likely you're just going to figure out more about yourself and what you like to do. It's just a good time.
I think submitting your work is really cool because it takes a lot of nerve to put yourself out there, and we don't accept anonymous submissions because usually that produces more quality work. And as much as we'd love to include every submission we get, we just wouldn't really have room in the magazine, and sometimes people submit 10 poems, so we'll choose 2 or 3 of them. And so we try to include as many people as possible, but we spend time in February narrowing the pool a little bit. So if you get in the magazine, it's not just oh, I submitted it so they published it, the committee thought it was really good. So I think it's a great way to get positive feedback on your writing or your artwork, and to receive that opportunity to publish something when maybe you haven't before.
Sometimes we'll have things where we're like, wow, this person's so talented, and none of us knew that they had anything to do with art or poetry. So I would say just go for it, because nothing bad's gonna come from it.
Typically in the past we've sold it for $2 a copy, and then we use the money that we make to help go towards the publication of next year's magazine. And we sell it at lunch. I have kids stop by in seminar and buy copies for me. My group has typically gone around with stacks and tried to sell them in seminar. So if you want one, you should be able to get one, and just keep an eye out at lunch, or come see me or anybody in the club.
This has been Annika Lehan reporting for MVTV.
Thanks, Annika. I can't wait to read the LitMag.
One of my favorite things to do the past few weeks was to watch the Winter Olympics.
Let's go to reporter Tyler Orban to get a recap of Team USA's victories.
Thanks, Tyler. As winter goes on, I'm always looking for new recipes to try.
Lucky for you, reporter Adele Warford brings us a new installment of MVTV Cooking.
Today we will be making a spicy chicken quinoa bowl for lunches throughout the week. When you are ready to eat, microwave for 1 to 2 minutes and enjoy. Refrigerate portion meals for up to a week. This recipe is super easy and healthy and is the perfect alternative for school lunch. This has been Adele Warford reporting for MVTV.
That looks delicious. I can't wait to try it.
Speaking of trying new things, have you tried any of the BuzzFeed quizzes?
No, but I heard some of the Mill Valley teachers did. Let's head to reporter Christina Talavera to see what it's all about.
BuzzFeed is a popular site that many people navigate to for entertainment and news stories. A huge part of BuzzFeed is their personality quizzes. We head to the halls of Mill Valley to ask 4 teachers to take BuzzFeed quizzes to see which Disney character and Kardashian they are most like.
So it says pick an enchanted forest.
I'll pick this one. All right, I don't watch Game of Thrones.
So who should I pick?
Definitely the King of the North.
Pick a 2017 song to be your theme song.
Swift Bodak Yellow. I don't know what that means. I'll pick the other one. Despote.
For the fun of it, let's go with all T-Swift.
I am a Disney villain.
You've got a bad side, but you already knew that. You're defined by your naughty streak, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It says I'm a Disney hero. You're totally someone with a huge heart of gold. When it comes to confronting bad guys, you lead from the front.
Everyone wishes they could live in your kingdom. Just an A105.
If I had $1 million, would I spend it on clothes? Heck no.
Yes.
No.
Have I visited Los Angeles? Heck yes. Oh.
I have not.
Yes.
Do you have any sisters? No.
Yes, I do.
Wait, I'm Courtney?
You're Courtney. You're the person who is always ready with some harsh one-liners. Ooh, that's not nice. But then always come from a place of love.
Heck yes. I got Kindle. It says you're Kindle. You choose your friends very carefully and like to surround yourself with people who don't take life too seriously.
I am Chloe, the funniest person in your squad. Like Chloe, you're never afraid to speak your mind and give someone your honest opinion.
This has been Christina Talavera reporting for MVTV.
Thanks, Christina. Now let's head to reporter Abby Morgan to see what happened on this day in history.
Here's what you missed on the last episode of This Day in History, March 1st edition. In 1872, Yellowstone became the world's first national park, thanks Ulysses S. Grant. In 1987, Kesha was born, and in 1994, Justin Bieber was born. Happy birthday! Also, it's World Compliment Day, so make sure you give someone a compliment today. Zero Discrimination Day was first celebrated on this day in 2014, and also the U.S. Peace Corps was founded in 1961. 5 years ago in 2013, the Harlem Shake was the #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Glad we moved past that. Also, happy National Pig Day, and that's what you missed on March 1st.
Thanks, Abby. I heard this weekend's weather is supposed to be really nice.
That's perfect for the beginning of the spring sports season.
Let's head to reporters Riley Ferguson, Blake Arney, Delaney Kemp, and Noah Smith with sports, followed by weather with Bella Haddon.
Good afternoon, Jaguars, and welcome to this week's sports segment. I'm Blake Arney.
I'm Noah Smith. And I'm Riley Ferguson. To start off, the boys swim team finished 9th at state, with Chris Springer finishing 4th and 5th in his events. That earned him a second-team All-State nomination.
On Saturday, the wrestling team finished 4th at state, with Connor Ward finishing 1st in his weight class, Jarrett Ben-Dur and Zach Keel both finishing in 2nd in their weight class, and Bryson Markovich finishing in 3rd.
Last night, girls basketball played Turner and won 57-39. They played Blue Valley Southwest on Saturday.
On Tuesday, the boys basketball team played Washington High School and won 75-38. They play at Wyandotte High School tomorrow night.
The boys bowling team finished third in their regional with a 9th place from Kyle Herner, and the girls team finished second with a 5th place finish from Tori Benson. Both teams bowl tomorrow at State. That's it for this week's sports segment. See you next week, Jags.
Good afternoon, Jaguars. I'm Bella Haddon here with your weekend weather update. The following few days are going to be perfect for spending some time outside. Tomorrow has a high of 54 and a low of 37, making it a beautiful day for driving down to Wichita with the windows down for Bowling State. Saturday is the warmest day of the weekend with a high of 59 and a low of 42. Sunday is also staying in the upper 50s with a high of 58 and a low of 41. So all you'll need is a light jacket if you're hanging around outside. That's all for your weather update. Have a great weekend, Jags.
To end this episode, let's head to reporter Haley Stell for this week's senior segment.
There are
10 weeks.
Or
75 days.
Or
1,806 hours.
Or
108,360 minutes.
Or
6,501,600 seconds.
Until we graduate.
My favorite class is Advanced Ceramics because Miss Chris is a really good teacher.
My favorite class is A-Push with Jeff Wheeland.
My favorite class is Stagecraft because we did lots of building.
My favorite class was AP Bio with Mr. Eric Thomas.
My favorite class was Current Social Issues because I feel like it was the most relevant to my life today and I learned a lot.
This has been Haley Stell reporting for MVTV.
That's it for this week's live episode of MVTV. I'm Morgan Coca.
And I'm Riley McElroy. Please stay tuned for the office announcements following the credits.
Have you ever seen a leprechaun? Little green hat and boots so brown. Have you ever seen a leprechaun? Can you catch one sneaking around? He's got